Welcome everyone to another episode of Reese's Roundup. I am your host, the Lightning Kid himself, and today, basketball is finally back. Finally. Jeez. It feels like I've been waiting forever for this moment because football season has not been kind to me, so I need something to fall back on, and right now, basketball is the only thing I can fall back on. So let's get right into it. We're going to be breaking down who I think is going to be in the top 8 seeds in each conference. So let's start with the Eastern Conference, because this one's going to be a little tricky since no LeBron for the first time in his career. So, number 1, we're going to have the Celtics. That's obvious. The Celtics won last year, and that was without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward. So I don't see how they won't do it again this year unless something major happens. Number 2, we got the Toronto Raptors. Now, Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, they're going to make a difference. Danny Green's very underrated player. He's a very underrated player. And, I mean, the Raptors just play fantastic defense already. And with the addition of these two who are super defenders, that's going to help. And defense wins championships. So I think the Raptors can take the Can I speak? Can secure the second seed with that. I don't think they'll outplay the Celtics just because the Celtics have more offensive firepower than the Raptors, so I think that's why the Raptors will be the second seed. The third seed, I'll give to the Sixers. They're on the come up, so, I mean, I don't see how any other team can best them in that department. Fourth, we got the Pacers. They're a very underrated team. Victor Oladipo is really helping them in that case, and they made it to the playoffs last year. I think they were the 4th seed last year, so that'll definitely help them in that case. Number 5, the Wizards. I mean, they always get in, so I don't see them not getting in this time around. Number 6, we got the Pistons. I think the Pistons can get in. They're an underrated team, and they also got Dwayne Casey, who, in case y'all didn't know, was the Toronto Raptors head coach last season, and that got them, a top 3 seed. So I think with Dwayne Casey and with the firepower that they have with Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, Reggie Jackson, Stanley Johnson, they play solid defense. They're a solid defending team as well. So I gotta give some props to the Pistons. I think they'll get in. Number 7, the Bucks. The Bucks always sneak in every year, so this would be no surprise if they didn't get in. And the last seed, this one was a tough one when I was making this list because there's no Cleveland Cavaliers, so I don't know. I mean, I just really don't know who's going to get in. So I just threw the Knicks in there because I don't know at this point. I mean, whoever gets the 8th seed is getting swept anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But I'm just gonna give it to the Knicks just because I just don't see the Cavs getting in because Kevin Love is not going to help their team. Is not going to carry the Cavs to the to the playoffs, and J.R. Smith doesn't even know LeBron isn't even on that team anymore. So I don't see them getting in that way. So I'm just going to give it to the Knicks. If the Knicks get in, hell yeah, but I mean, I don't know, right? So next we got the Western Conference. Number 1 is the Warriors. There's just no question about that. I know the Rockets were the 1st seed last year, but they lost a pretty big deal in Trevor Ariza. I know he wasn't, a superstar, but he was really underrated. He was a good 3-and-D kind of guy. I know they added Melo, but Melo's just a mid-range kind of scorer, and he doesn't play any type of defense. And he's coming off the bench as well. So I mean, I don't know. I just don't see them getting the 1st seed with the addition of Melo. Number 2, you got the Rockets though, because of Chris Paul, James Harden. You got Melo coming off the bench. I think they'll secure the 2nd seed because they'll have a good bench. They'll have Eric Gordon and they'll have Carmelo Anthony coming off the bench. So I think that'll be very beneficial in helping them secure that 2nd seed. Number 3, I'm gonna give it to the Blazers. Portland is really doing well to start the season. They're the team to watch, and I will be watching out for them. Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum are always a threat, and I mean, they got Al-Farouq Aminu. He's kind of underrated as well. He plays good defense. He can hit the 3 every now and again. So I think they're a good team to watch out for. So watch out for the Blazers. I'm going to give them the 3rd seed. The 4th seed, I'm going to give it to the Jazz. I don't know why, but they always seem to get in. So I'm just going to give it to Utah. Number 5, I'm going to give to the Thunder. they can't not get in. You know, the Thunder have to get in. And they got Paul George and Russell Westbrook, so I'm going to give it to them for that reason alone. Number 6, I'm going to give to the New Orleans Pelicans. They're a sleeper team. I know they lost DeMarcus Cousins, but, you know, Anthony Davis and Jrue Holiday are some pretty good players. And, you know, Jrue Holiday can play good defense. So can Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis can get you, you know, 30 and 20 a game. So, I don't know. I think they're going to be the team to keep an eye on as well. Number 7, I'm going to give it to the San Antonio Spurs. You know, you just can't bet against them. They've been in the playoffs 21 straight years. There's no way they can't not get in just because they lost Kawhi Leonard. I just don't see that. And number 8, I'm going to give it to the Memphis Grizzlies. Look, listen. The Grizzlies are underrated, and as long as Mike Conley stays healthy, they can do damage. They made it to the playoffs 7 consecutive seasons in a row, aside from or prior to last year. And the only reason they didn't get in last year was 1, because Mike Conley was injured for the entire season, and 2, because they were purposely trying to tank so that way they can get a lottery pick. So I think the Grizzlies can really do well enough to get their way into the 8th seed. That's how I see it. I don't see the Lakers going in. I just don't see it. I can't see the Lakers going in. The way their team is set up, they don't have any shooters. They have nothing but playmakers, and to start the season they're 0-2. I mean, I just don't see how a team full of non-shooters can get into the playoffs in a conference that's full of shooters. You know, so and none of them play defense either. I don't think they have any like known defenders on that team except for maybe like JaVale McGee, and he's an interior defender, I guess. So I don't know. I don't see the Lakers sneaking in, but you know, you never know. So let me know what you guys think. Might not be in this order of seeding. You know, the Grizzlies might end up being the 1st seed for all we know. Fingers crossed. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see for next week, and leave a comment down below to see. Let me know who you guys think is going to be or who's going to be the top 8 seeds going into April. I will see you guys next week. Peace.